But I really should have found a way to go.
Yeah.
But I made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I was young and kind of.
Hello, cinema enthusiasts. Al Pacino. Al Pacino is one of the greatest masters of instinct in the history of cinema. He does not simply act on screen. He lives the scene, bleeds for it, and rips the truth straight out of it. But today, at 85 years old, Pacino is breaking decades of professional silence in the harshest way possible and revealing the 5 actors he hated the most. In this video, we will examine Al Pacino's secret blacklist, his personal stand against falseness presented under the name of acting, mechanical behavior, and ego-driven power struggles. And especially the final name on the list, the legendary star Pacino described by saying, "There was not a human being in front of me, only emptiness." You won't believe the ice-cold confrontation between them. Before we move on to the actors, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments. Enjoy watching. Number 1. Marlon Brando, the ruins created by an idol. At the top of the list is the man who opened the deepest wound in Al Pacino's life, Marlon Brando. For Pacino, Brando was the father of acting itself. However, what happened on the set of The Godfather turned that admiration into a devastating hatred. Pacino came to the studio ready to give his entire soul. Brando brought nothing but chaos. Brando arrived on set completely unprepared, reading his lines from pieces of paper taped to surrounding objects. While Pacino was sacrificing every cell of his body to build the character of Michael Corleone, Brando's lack of discipline and his "I can sabotage everything at any moment" attitude drove Pacino mad. The peak of the conflict came at the 1973 Academy Awards. While Brando was nominated for Best Actor, Pacino, who had carried the film, was pushed into the supporting actor category. Pacino saw this as a direct result of Brando's ego and protested the ceremony by refusing to attend. Pacino whispered to those close to him, "Marlon may be a genius, but on that set he didn't collaborate. He carried out a professional assassination. His chaos was meant to overshadow my work." After this incident, the two legends never came together again. They did not even stand side by side in a single frame. Result: for Al Pacino, Marlon Brando became the first name on the list of heroes you should never meet. Pacino sealed Brando's uncontrolled ego as a direct attack on his professionalism and surgically removed his idol from his life. Number 2. Tom Cruise, the execution of a mechanical library. In second place is Tom Cruise, whom Al Pacino described as a robot with no danger inside him. When these two names came face to face during the preparation stage of Collateral, Pacino found not an actor in front of him, but a project manager. Tom Cruise arrived at rehearsals with detailed files about his character's childhood, weapon training certificates, and a meticulously calculated plan for every facial movement. Pacino, on the other hand, was searching for chaos, the dirty, real emotion that would be born in the moment. As Cruise continued to refuse stepping outside the script, Pacino's patience snapped. The breaking point came when Pacino leaned into Tom Cruise's ear mid-rehearsal and whispered this devastating sentence. "All that homework is impressive, Tom, but now you need to burn that library to the ground and show what you really feel. Otherwise, we're just watching a machine." Cruise took this as a professional humiliation. Pacino, unable to tolerate this mechanical perfection any longer, walked away from the project and left the role to Jamie Foxx. For Pacino, Cruise was nothing more than a technician without a soul. Result: Al Pacino never worked on the same project with Tom Cruise again, saying, "Acting is not a laboratory experiment, it's a fire." Pacino sealed Cruise onto his blacklist not from the bottom, but straight from the heart, finding him too safe and completely hollow. Number 3. Kevin Spacey, the falseness of a mathematical game. In third place is Kevin Spacey, whom Al Pacino accused of breath-stealing technicality on the set of Glengarry Glen Ross. According to Pacino, Spacey tried to solve the character like a mathematical equation instead of living it, displaying not emotion, but his own skill on screen. Spacey calculated where to stand, where to breathe, and turned this into a performance. Pacino realized that this planned approach was draining all natural energy from the set. The breaking moment came when Pacino shouted at Spacey in a voice the entire set could hear. "You're not acting, Kevin. You're just putting on a show of acting." This scene isn't an equation, it's a life. Spacey was devastated. For Pacino, working with him felt like playing chess against a robot. He saw Spacey's clinical precision as a betrayal of the soul of acting and refused to ever share a frame with him again. Result: Al Pacino always found Kevin Spacey's professionalism cold and off-putting, saying, "Some actors create characters, others just display themselves on screen." He placed Spacey into the professional thieves section of his Blacklist. Number 4, Jared Leto, the circus behind the masks. In fourth place is Jared Leto, whom Al Pacino initially thought was a comic extra on the set of House of Gucci, but who is actually Hollywood's most method-obsessed actor. For Pacino, Leto's style was not art. It was a circus act seeking attention. Leto arrived on set with layers of prosthetics, wigs, and strange accents. Pacino initially did not take him seriously, believing he was just a background performer. Things snapped when Leto refused to break character even after the cameras stopped rolling and continued calling Pacino father. The breaking point came when Pacino turned to director Ridley Scott and exploded in front of everyone. "Tell this kid the scene is over. Let him take off the masks so we can talk to a real human being. I'm sick of this clown show." For Pacino, acting was not about adding layers to your face, but stripping them away. He saw Leto's artificial effort as an insult to professionalism and demanded special conditions to avoid standing next to him during promotional tours. Result: for Al Pacino, Jared Leto was a victim of Hollywood's obsession with fake depth. "That kid isn't searching for truth. He's just creating a mask," Pacino said, locking Leto into the frivolous section of his Blacklist. Number 5, Johnny Depp, the emptiness behind the eyes. We now arrive at the most shocking name on the list. The major star Al Pacino described on the set of Donnie Brasco by saying, "I couldn't find a soul in front of me, Johnny Depp." This was more than a disappointment for Pacino, because behind Depp's chameleon style of that era, he found no reality at all. Depp built his character through small accents, strange hand movements, and external details. Pacino, on the other hand, felt the broken, exhausted mobster lefty in his veins. When Pacino looked into Depp's eyes, he saw not a partner, but a memorized performance. The breaking point came during a restaurant scene, when Pacino suddenly stopped the take and confronted Depp. "Where are you right now, Johnny? Because you're not here with me. You're just hiding behind those technical tricks." The set froze. For Pacino, Depp's lack of presence was the greatest betrayal an actor could commit. Although Depp later joked about the incident, for Pacino, their professional bond was completely broken that day. Pacino told those close to him, "Acting with that kid felt like fighting a shadow. I felt nothing." Result: Al Pacino placed Johnny Depp on the list of those who hide their soul behind technique. Although Donnie Brasco became a legendary film, for Pacino, that set was nothing but a feeling of loneliness. He sealed Depp's name on his Blacklist under the title, "Those Who Never Truly Deepen," and they never came together again. At 85, Al Pacino showed us this. Cinema is not just a job, it is a surrender of the soul. Brando's chaos, Cruise's mechanical precision, Spacey's mathematics, Leto's masks, and Depp's silent emptiness. Pacino placed all of them on his Blacklist because he cannot tolerate lies on stage. So what do you think? Was Al Pacino too harsh on Tom Cruise and Johnny Depp, or is he a warrior of truth? Let's meet in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to explore the hidden world of legends. See you in the next video.